Hey everyone and welcome to Storytime. My name is Jake and today we are going to be looking at the subreddit r/idontworkherelady, where people tell us their best stories about folks that go into other businesses and have irate customers mistake them for employees. I work in the hospital, not for the hospital. I used to work at a coffee shop that was inside of a major hospital. Its employees don't work for the hospital itself. All the baristas' contracts are with the small business itself, and none of the baristas have any clearance to go anywhere that isn't already accessible to the general public. Most of the baristas could get to places that were nearby or important: the nearest entrance, the main entrance, elevators, the bathroom on our floor, the gift shop, the cafeteria, etc. But none of us knew the layout of the hospital because we weren't allowed in most of the hospital. People often ask the baristas for directions because our cafe is in a more centralized location than the information desks. And a couple college students in aprons are far less intimidating than hospital security guards. The hospital is pretty clearly labelled and has lots of maps, but people often aren't in the best frame of mind while they're visiting people in there, so it can be confusing. We try to help as much as we can and not take rudeness too seriously. It's not usually a problem. Usually. Now, if you didn't know, hospitals are practically powered by caffeine. Doctors, specialists, nurses, techs, even guards and receptionists work very long and stressful shifts. When the shop has a rush, it has a rush. And as a result, our island counter of various creamers and sweeteners needs to be refilled frequently. During one such rush, a regular customer asked me to bring out a new canister of 2% milk and to refill the sugar shakers. My co-worker offered to make the orders we'd already taken, so I came out to restock the counter. Entitled Lady saw me while I was wiping down the counter after refilling everything. She approached me as I turned to walk back to the register area behind the main counter. "Excuse me, can you take me to room number 4? I can't remember the specific number, but it's not really relevant, besides the fact that it started with the number 4. "No, sorry, I don't know where that is and I can't go most places in here. I assume it's on the 4th floor since it starts with 4. Maybe one of the volunteers or guards can guide you." As we talk, I try to move around her so I can get back to work, but she moved back in front of me to block me. "That's ridiculous! You work in the hospital, but you don't know how to get around in it? Don't make me laugh." "No, really, My father was admitted last night and I need to see him. You need to take me to his room right now." "Ma'am, I'm just a barista. I'm not allowed in." "If you don't cut the crap, I'll have you fired." "Ma'am, who is your manager? My father needs me, and you won't bring him to me. You have no compassion. What is wrong with you?" At this point, it was pretty obvious that I was being harassed. The people still in line clearly saw what was going on, but no one wanted to lose their spot, so none of them intervened. Typical. My co-worker went into the back to phone security, while one of the nurses, waiting on her order, started walking down the hall, towards the nearest security station. I know help is on the way, and I kinda just give up and stop talking. Since the entitled lady is facing me, she has her back to the shop, and probably doesn't know she's in trouble. She's furious that I've stopped responding to her. After only a few minutes of being berated, I see the nurse returning with 2 guards. Guard 1, one of the senior security staff, and Guard 2, a newish guy, shadowing him. Guard 1 moves in front of me, so she can't yell directly at me. Guard 2 turns to me and starts to ask if I'm okay, but it's interrupted. "Finally! This employee is refusing to help me find my father's room. He's sick. He needs me. I need to speak with her manager, and then I need to go to him. He's in room number 4. "Ma'am, please calm down. This is Red Riding Wolves, and she is the manager of the coffee shop. If you need a coffee or have a problem with something that the cafe sold you, she can help you. She can't take you to your father. Only relevant staff and verified visitors are allowed in that area." "That's ridiculous! She works for the hospital. Why shouldn't she take me to where I need to go in the hospital? Don't..." "Ma'am, if you don't calm down, my colleague and I will have to escort you off the property, and you may not be welcome back. If you need help finding a room, you can ask one of the volunteers at an information center." While entitled lady is busy huffing at Guard 1, Guard 2 walks with me to my counter so I can get back to work. Guard 1 ended up walking her to an information center, while Guard 2 kept an eye on me and my co-worker. We made them their usual drinks on the house as a thank you. I told my work group chat to make sure that the nurse that got them had her drink next on the house as well. To the best of my knowledge, entitled lady wasn't banned from the hospital campus, but that's fine with me. I know people don't always behave their best under extreme stress, I just hope entitled lady didn't hamper her father's recovery. Where do you keep your kitchen items? So I've been on vacation all week, and yesterday the wife was at home with a pretty horrendous migraine. She needed some headache pills, and our local Dollarama stocks a pretty decent off-brand. I'm still in my PJ pants, but I decide to forego my usual shower and looking human so I can help my wife feel better sooner. So I pop on a t-shirt, grab my wallet, and off I go to the Dollarama down the road. I get to the shop, and of course they've rearranged the aisles again, so I'm running up and down the aisles trying to find these pills. I finally find the pills and then run down the snack aisle to grab some gummies when a gentleman in his 50s walks up to me and aggressively asks where I keep my kitchen items. Now, I admit I wasn't quite sure what he was on about. I don't always catch on quickly, especially when I'm in a hurry and caught off guard. So I answer the question honestly. I was like, in my kitchen usually. Then he got huffy and said that was not a proper way to reply to a paying customer. I apologise and tell him, I'm sorry, but I don't work here. The man then lectures me about respecting customers and not lying to them, and that he would be talking to my manager about my bad attitude and my poor professional dress standards. So yeah, apparently I work at Dollarama now. I'd say work dress standards are definitely slipping considering that I'm unshaved, have bedhead, and I'm in my Mario PJ bottoms and a Spider-Man t-shirt. I'm also fairly certain that I left without putting on deodorant. The best part about the whole encounter was when I was checking out, and the guy was in line in front of me, waving and shouting about me to the lady at the counter. He turned his head at one point and saw me, saw the items in my arms and the cash in my hand, and then something clicked in his brain. He gave me and the checkout lady a nasty look, and then stormed out of the store. I don't know if he ever found his kitchen items, but if he's still wondering, I checked. They're in aisle 1, right next to the entrance. You can't miss them. Woman wants to have me arrested because I won't help her. For some background, I do actually work for the company I was shopping at, but not at this location. I was in the area of this certain store and decided to look around since the public offer was the same as my employee discount. I found a few items I've desperately wanted that have been out of stock at my store for a while. After taking the items I wanted, I quickly refolded some of the shirts I unintentionally crumpled. I walked around the store for another 5 minutes with the 2 shirts I wanted in my hand. This is when Crazy Lady approached me. Excuse me! Excuse me! I look around, slightly confused. Ah. Yes? Where are those shirts in your hand? I've been wandering around the store for an hour and I can't find them. I point to the prominent table 5 feet in front of her. That's a silly spot for it. I guess there's a reason you people work in retail. I start to walk away, slightly confused. Excuse me? Where do you think you're going? I'm going to pay for my stuff. I'm sorry, I don't actually work here. Well, that's too bad. You need to stay and help me. Sorry. I have somewhere to be. I start walking away. The crazy lady raises her voice so half the store can hear her. Manager! Where's the manager? This lady is harassing me. I have a shocked face as the manager arrives. The crazy lady starts talking to the manager. She's harassing me. I just want a shirt and she keeps bothering me. I want to file charges. Be a dear and call security. Also includes some racist comments I'd rather not include. At this point, another customer chimes in and tells the manager that the crazy lady is lying. She gets escorted out of the store while making a huge scene. I got the shirts, but I'm too mortified to ever go back to that location again. This is a condensed version of a half-an-hour ordeal, so I've cut up parts to keep it short. I really want to hear the longer story of that, but gosh, she is crazy. Daughter, age 2, works in a supermarket. My 2-year-old daughter and I were in the supermarket today. The supermarket employs only men. I let my girl walk next to me. She keeps noticing that other kids bump into things or just plain drop stuff on the floor. She walked into a bookshelf and picked up the books. Then she saw some stickers. By the way, she likes trucks and rocks, not frilly things. She really wanted the trucks, and a different kid wanted hearts with googly eyes. I told her we are not buying awesome truck stickers today, and she put them back. The other kid's mum said what I said to her kid, and this kid knocked over a bunch of stickers and left. My daughter starts picking up that kid's mess. An older lady comes over to us to tell us that she doesn't really like it when people let their kids walk around in the store. I ignore her and help my girl finish picking up the stickers. Lady waits. Remember I said the store only employs men? Well, ladies sometimes don't like to ask the men about stuff. I'm going along in the store after the sticker part. Daughter is bringing me items that she knows we buy. I thank her for helping. Lady from before asks me if I know where a certain product is. I don't really know because it's a new supermarket. I'm bracing myself for the entitled old lady speech. My daughter sees this thing and gives it to me. It's the lady's product. Do you work here? I'm not sure if this is I don't work here level, but I thought it was cute that my girl helped this lady anyway. He then also added that he lives in Israel, so that particular chain only employs men. Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you did, remember to leave a like on it and subscribe down below if you aren't already. If you want to check out some other videos, then click on screen right now or check out the playlists down below. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon.